I purchased this collection around 3 months ago from a random seller on eBay, and today we're gonna find out if that was a mistake. I'm always careful with what I buy on eBay, but I don't want to end up like this guy. So these are...
No way.
It's resealed.
No!
That was me in December of last year opening packs for my birthday. So when I say be careful, I'm speaking from firsthand experience. With all these ETBs, I'm hoping it's not just a bunch of bulk like this weasel left at the bottom here. Hopefully this mini tin isn't the only thing with value, because as you can see from the receipt here, I paid $95 for this. The amount of cards can be deceiving, because if it's really all bulk, then that's pretty much worthless. We're gonna go ahead and start with our first ETB and just go through it card by card. It doesn't look like anything sleeved here. I'm definitely not gonna be able to hold this all at once, so let's take it out bit by bit if I can somehow. So this huge bunch fell out. We're just gonna go through it, see if we find anything interesting. I have a feeling the ETBs will be mostly bulk. There's a lot of Tangalas, and we'll probably just skim through these as quickly as possible. This all looks like Sword and Shield stuff. Sword and Shield, but right there. So nothing older, nothing more interesting. I think this is like XY stuff. I'm not sure what that is right there. This has like the XY look to it. We have an Ursaring rare from one of the plasma sets. It's pretty cool. Skitties, it looks like it's like somewhat organized by either like, not by type, but Pokemon are typically grouped together. We've got 3 ETBs to go through, so we're gonna have to go through this kind of quickly and see maybe there's something in there. So I'm a little skeptical about this box, and I'll show you why later. We have a championship card. That's cool. Anything interesting I'll put to the side. Diglett from Evolutions at the end, but not really worth anything. So it wasn't until after I bought this that I realized something was a little bit weird about the listing. Ooh, we got a Mega Gyarados, we got a Chorus, another Plasma Storm card, or Plasma Era card. The listing was a little bit fishy, but it was too late. I had already purchased it. I'll get to that at the very end of the video, and you'll see why. Definitely gonna have to speed through this bulk. I'm gonna just probably look for anything. These are Flash Fire cards. That's pretty cool. I knew or maybe not that Ponypaw. I knew I recognized the Rapidash. I think this is Generation. So we have some like a little bit older stuff. It's really mixed in, but it's still all bulk. We have a shiny Azumarill. I believe that's Steam Siege. It's still not really worth anything. We're trying to reach the price point of around $95. And I'll tell you why I thought it was like a collection and not a mystery box. So still just a ton of bulk. I don't know if you guys ever buy collections on eBay, or here's a Generations Ponyta, a lot of Ponyta. So I think this is definitely put together. 2 Natsus next to each other, ancient trait cards. It's all bulk. I'm gonna go to the next ETB. I didn't realize there was still more in the first ETB, but look at all these unknowns. They're all the exact same card from Ancient Origins, I think. What year is this? 2015. I think these are all unknowns from Ancient Origin. There's a stack of them. I know I can't really separate them with my hands. Snorlax, a lot of Dratini. So these are really organized. Whoever did this organized all of their bulk by Pokemon. Rhydons, Chanseys. This is, I mean, it's kind of cool that it's in order, but it's still kind of worthless. We have some more championship cards, some energies, trainers, nothing still that's like at all interesting. At the very least, I got a pretty cool ETB for collection and storage. I think a team up ETB goes pretty hard, looks pretty cool. Just by the look of the quality of the cards from the side, it looks like it's again going to be all bulk, but it's all organized again. This is like, it's so weird, because who is doing this? Who is organizing their bulk like this? I mean, now it's not organized, but maybe the next batch I take out will be the rest of the organized Cacturns. This all looks like Evolving Skies, so this is super modern. And again, I'm pretty sure the person who sold me this knew exactly what they were doing, and they had a lot of auctions, and I didn't realize that till after the fact. But the way they set up their auctions was a little bit deceptive. You always really need to be careful what you're buying on eBay. People, you know, you're thinking you're buying from a random person, but this person knows exactly what they're doing. So we have XY card. It's XY cards mixed with Sword and Shield. I don't know if I saw any Sun and Moon. There's definitely Sun and Moon in here. I think I might go ahead and take a look at the tin afterwards, because I know I didn't buy this thinking it was all bulk. There was definitely good cards in here, or what I thought might be good cards. It came out to $100 after shipping. Shipping was $22. Shipping this many cards is pretty expensive, so that's what I paid for. But the original cost of the actual collection was $65, so it just happens to be that shipping is expensive. I was hoping for a little bit more. You know, it is what it is. I'm saving you guys the trouble. There's a Plasma Watchdog in there, and everything else is bulk. It is old XY bulk, but bulk nonetheless. The last ETB is going to be this Evolutions one. Unfortunately, it does have that cut at the top, which really kind of ruins, you know, its displayability and how cool it is. This is just going to be the same thing. If I find anything interesting, I'll show it off. This is, however, the saddest Cubone ever. You can see he's upset because the child and the mom is playing in the back, and he's all alone because his mom died. I saved you the boredom of having to watch me open the ETB, which only had bulk. Again, there was tons and tons of duplicates, which is kind of cool, I guess, that they're all in order, but completely worthless. The next thing we're going to open here is the tin. So let's go ahead and find out what's inside of this. This, I think, looked a little bit more interesting, but is also where the red flag came from. And the reason for that is because there's 2 Chilling Reign packs. Like, what collection just has 2 Chilling Reign packs? And that made me really think this person just purposely set this up to look appetizing on eBay, but really it's worthless. We have some of these thick, like, top loaders. We got cards on the side and a bag of cards in the middle. Let's start with the bag of cards in the middle. Okay, well, everything just completely slipped out. The bag was open and ripped. I'll just take a bunch at a time and I'll pick up the rest later. So it looks like we just have more bulk. It does look older, and actually it's all mixed. I just saw Evolving Skies in there. Still nothing of interest. I definitely see some hollows sitting in the back there, so hopefully there's something in there. More bulk. Oh, here we go. We have some reverse hollows, which still, look, reverse hollows aren't really anything crazy. From Evolutions, got some more random ones. Babera from Brilliant Stars. This is a Sword and Shield promo. These are hollows, but there's a lot of Celebrations, which is also worthless. Blissey promo. I've never seen that one before. That's kind of nice. Just more reverse hollows. Nothing interesting. It looks like from XY. All right, so these look like X. You can tell the XY ones are so much shinier than the Sword and Shield. Very interesting. I'm just looking for something here. I don't know, like, I don't even think I can give these a price. I don't think these add anything to the value of this collection. And this one's, like, completely beat up. This is not looking good. Last of the hollows and reverse hollows. We got a reverse hollow Plasma Storm, but it's, like, completely beat up. And reverse hollow Ancient Traits are kind of cool. But other than that, there's a few Evolutions cards that are reverses, but still. All right. I think we're going to open the Chilling Reign packs. I know these... This is... Wait. That did not open normally. Alright, this one opened normally. This one definitely did not open normally. Green code card. Nothing. I guess this is a sign for me to, like, stop buying things from Hollow Cobalion. Sorry, I was completely off screen with that one. Did that have a white code card? It did, but it was Hollow Cobalion. This is a sign for me to stop buying things off of eBay that I'm not sure of. Here we have these, like, really thick top loaders. So, vintage cards, Coughing, Nidoran, Bill, Switch, Professor Oak. Pretty beat up. Second stack. We have Potion, Bill, Potion, Raticate. Nothing, just commons. Nothing's first edition either. I guess these have, like, minimal value. If I'll try and calculate it out and put it on the screen. But honestly, this is not what I was looking for. We still have a lot of cards in the tin. I think this is going to be a stack of vintage cards just by how beat up they are. And I think that's going to be more bulk. Let's go ahead and find out. Neo Genesis, that's kind of cool. Light Jolteon, okay. Is this, like, completely beat up? I mean, kind of, but Light Jolteon from Neo Destiny is kind of cool. Diglett, Staryu, Meowth, multiple Meowth, base set 2. This is Neo Genesis again. I do like the Neo cards. That's kind of cool. I appreciate that. I can get behind that. I guess I'm just not the biggest Watsy fan. A lot of Geodudes. Ekans. Zubat. Okay, we have a lot of duplicates now. I'm going to try and go through this a little quicker. Tentacool. This all looks like Fossil and Jungle. None of it's first edition. That's kind of worthless. Neo Genesis and Neo Discovery, and not Neo Discovery, Neo Destiny stuff was definitely a little bit better. Definitely the hit of this box, of this collection so far, but it doesn't say much. We have 2 more of these to go through. I'm going to go really quickly through them. I can guarantee they're all bulk. And then we'll go through the mini portfolio and see if it actually has anything worth anything at all, because so far this is all bulk. I'll show the listing at the very end so you understand kind of why I decided to bid on it, why I thought maybe there was some potential here, because sometimes you just don't know. You don't know if a person doesn't know what they're doing, and putting just maybe their child's collection in there or putting some other stuff in there that they just didn't know had value. You see it all the time where people are buying like random collections. That's an EX era card. Random collections, and they like get like crazy cards. But this person definitely knew what they were doing. This is the last stack that we're going to go through. I do see some more plasma things, which is kind of cool. Team Plasma Ball. We got a whole stack of them. Okay. I don't know if those have any value. Sometimes trainers retain some of their value. So I'll have to look those up. You'll see it on screen. These are all trainers. I don't know if any of these would have value. I'd have to look them up. I'm going to assume no. There are so many of these, a ton of world championship cards. What year is this? 2015 and 2016. And then more trainer. I didn't realize this whole stack was just trainers. So there's no Pokemon here, and there's definitely nothing else but trainers. I didn't realize this whole stack was just going to be trainers. There's definitely no Pokemon in here, and yeah, just tons and tons of duplicates. I can tell from the side of it that these are definitely XY era. So these are just all XY era trainers. And the very, very last stack before we get into that mini portfolio, which honestly I don't even have high hopes for. A lot of Imakunis from Generations, Olympia, so just more trainers. If any of these have any value at all, they'll be on screen. I'm going to look through them, and I'll put the name of it since I went by it so quickly. But let's take a look at the portfolio. So this is one of the things that was shown, which is kind of why I bought it. I'll show you the listing after, of course. But we have our first actual card of value as a tag team card of Rowlet and Alolan Executor. It's not even sleeve. I'm going to have to sleeve that. A Tyranitar V, Butterfree V. I'm going to take these out so it makes it much easier. I took them all out so it's much easier to see. Butterfree V, Cinderace V, Alakazam V, a V-Star card. Literally worth nothing. A Hollow Energy from like V-Star Universe or VMAX Climax. Another Hollow Energy. Another Hollow Energy. Okay, Super Creased Reverse Hollow Nidoking from EX Ruby Sapphire, I think. Okay, that might be one of the... I was going to say this might be one of the coolest cards in the collection, but it's probably the coolest one because it's not really competing with anything. I do really like EX Reverse Hollows. It's probably like my favorite thing ever. 25th Anniversary Charmander. First Edition Oddish, the only sleeved card that came in this entire collection. Base set to Squirtle, Eevee, Bulbasaur, Pikachu. Okay, so these are like okay Charmander. A full art shiny Cramorant, which is just a promo. We have a Magneton from Evolutions, Raticate, Electrode. These are all evolutions. Mewtwo, Beedrill, Starmie. These aren't worth anything. We have a Fighting Energy, Fire Energy, and these are all base set, which I guess is kind of cool, but you can just see that this was like super calculated in what was going on. Pokemon March. This card's got a really cool artwork. Got all the starters in there from Gen 2. Moo Moo Milk. Switch. I think that's again, that's like the 10th one. Potion Energy. Double Gust. Berry. These are just like the worst trainers you could get too. Mysterious Fossil. Recycle. Energy Search. And the last card is a Gambler. So yeah, that probably wasn't worth $100, and the person probably knew what they were doing. And let me just show you why I think that. So here's my order page, and I ended up going to this person's page and seeing what other items they have. They have a ton of cards for sale. I went ahead to their sale page, and if you go to their sold items, you can see like they're selling a bunch of cards. But I know mine was around $100, so I said, you know what? Let's organize this by highest sales. And what I found were very similar listings to what I had purchased. And you even have the 2 packs of Chilling Reign, just like the one, this one has Vivid Voltage, just like the one I purchased. And if you scroll down enough, you'll find that this is the one I purchased. It says 65, I paid 22 for shipping. And you see only laid out are vintage cards. In the binder, vintage cards, you have the 2 packs of Chilling Reign, and then you have the image of the Nidoking, which like, obviously I love EX era. I was like, oh, maybe there'd be a lot more EX era stuff in here, but it's just like, I should have done my due diligence and looking further into his page, but all of his sales were exactly the same. You have one full art, a few V's, and you just see boxes and boxes, and it makes you think, oh, maybe this guy has a lot more stuff. But this is all calculated. This is all planned out. You see so many things, but It's not actually how it is. And I feel bad for the person who bought this top one for almost $300 because I guarantee you it looks almost exactly the same as what mine does. You have a few Vs, you have the 2 Chilling Reign packs, you have a full art promo, some more full art shinies, but you know, I guarantee you all of this is bulk, and this person got screwed over. Luckily, I didn't pay like a ton of money, like I didn't pay triple like the other guy did, but while there is some value here, the whole thing seemed a little bit calculated and planned. Obviously, I just did it for fun to see what would have happened, and I took the hit. Would I do it again? Probably, just for the content. But would I recommend it? Absolutely not. Make sure you know what you're buying before you buy it on eBay.